Hello everyone, this is Mr. Wolf, and we are continuing to read Fred Korematsu Speaks Up, written by Laura Atkins and Stan Yogi, illustrated by Yutaka Houlette, published by Hayday Books, and you can find in the description below a link for where you can purchase your own copy of Fred Korematsu Speaks Up. We are on to Chapter 3, Being a Teen. Fred finds his home at school, and with his friends. He hangs around with his buddy Walt from Boy Scout Troop 8. Together they camp and goof off in the Oakland Hills. Fred's parents say that he gets into mischief, like when he and Walt sneak oranges from a neighbor's tree, or when they are 12 years old and hop in the car, Walt too young to drive, to swim at the plunge. In high school, Fred runs track and plays tennis. The ball zooms back and forth, served and returned. Each school day starts with a pledge to the United States. Fred learns about the Constitution, which states that all Americans are free and have equal rights. Fred feels this freedom and equality at school. But outside, many people stare because of his Japanese face. These days, Japan is in the newspapers for fighting with other countries. The stares are growing meaner. Fred doesn't talk a lot, but he's not shy, especially when he does what he loves. He is keen on the big band tunes of Benny Goodman and swings to the grooves of Duke Ellington and jitterbugs at all the dances. Tennis, Boy Scouts, homework, girls. Fred hardly finds the nerve to ask them out, but he has crushes, just like any other boy at any other high school. And we have a picture from Fred's Castlemont High School yearbook in 1937. And here we have our primary sources and timeline about being an American citizen. So I'm going to read our vocabulary words first. Citizen, a person who belongs to a country according to the law and has the rights and protections of that country. Empire of Japan, or Japanese Empire, the name that citizens of Japan call their country between 1868 and 1947. Court, a meeting place for people who need a law-related judgment or decision. Case, a law-related disagreement. United States Supreme Court, the most powerful court in the country, consisting of 9 appointed judges, also known as justices. I'm going to see if I can move my picture for a second there. Judge, a government official who is given the power to supervise and make decisions in legal cases. Justice, fairness. And then on the other page, right, the freedom that people have to be, do, or have something. Being an American citizen. When Fred was growing up in the 1920s and 1930s, the United States government would not allow Issei, like his parents, to become American citizens because they had come from Japan. But white immigrants from Europe could become citizens. Fred and his brothers were American citizens because they were born in the United States. But since Fred was Japanese American, other people didn't always see him as a citizen or treat him like one. The Empire of Japan had invaded China in 1931, and many Americans thought that the United States might go to war. They did not see the difference between Americans of Japanese ancestry, like Fred, and citizens of the Japanese Empire. Who is an American? The Constitution says that anyone born in the United States is an American citizen, but a young Chinese American cook named Wong Kim Ark had to fight for this right. Wong Kim Ark was born in San Francisco in 1873. He took a trip to China to visit his family when he was 22. But when Wong returned home by ship to San Francisco, an official at the port would not allow him back into the country. The official claimed that Wong was not an American citizen because his Chinese immigrant parents were not allowed to become citizens. Wong fought this official in court. Eventually, his case went to the United States Supreme Court. The judges agreed with Wong that everyone born in the United States is a citizen. Wong's case helped others whose American citizenship was questioned because of their race and ancestry. Wong had fought for justice and won. And we have a picture of Wong Kim Ark. And then we have some pictures. Many immigrants from Europe who were white saw the Statue of Liberty in New York Harbor as they entered the country. They could become American citizens. But Asian immigrants who arrived in the United States on the Pacific coast, like these women and children from China, could not become citizens because they were not white. The United States Constitution is a document that outlines the system of beliefs and laws that govern the country. It was first written in 1789 and has been changed or amended 27 times since. The Constitution lists the rights and freedoms of all American citizens have, such as the right to vote, the right to be treated fairly, and the right to speak freely. But sometimes these rights have been denied to people because of their race, ancestry, or for other reasons. And we have a question up in the top corner, which you should answer in the comments. What does it mean to you to be an American? And finally, we have a timeline of citizenship. 1789, the United States Constitution is first written. 1898, Wong Kim Ark wins his case. 1937, Fred graduates from high school. 1952, Japanese immigrants are finally allowed to become United States citizens. That is the end of Chapter 3 of Fred Korematsu Speaks Up. Please go into the description below to purchase your own copy of Fred Korematsu Speaks Up. Thank you so much.